Hello!
Bloody hell, DVDs are cheap these days, aren't they? You can pick them up for a few pounds and watch films to your leisure, but that's not cheap enough for some people, or maybe markets where the official hand of the distributor has not really reached in. And that is why there is such a massive market for fake DVDs in China and Malaysia and other such places. And I tell you what, we're going to point at some ones which aren't very good now. Hello, Alec.
Hello, Stuart.
I brought my friend Alec along, who is a connoisseur of things that aren't very good and yet are also DVDs that aren't quite proper. Let's start with everybody's favourite Star Wars film, Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones.
It's the best of the prequels, I think.
Absolutely. Episode 2 I hated, but Episode 2, it really had something to it. This is, of course, the widescreen Dite signature Celestian. As, well, I mean, what other version would you want?
Yeah, it's better than full frame.
Absolutely. There's some writing at the bottom I can't read. On the side, we see the joys of, 20th Century Fox releasing. I'll bet they're really pleased somebody put their logo on this. And the telltale crease along the middle. We'll explain that later.
Yeah, we'll come back to the crease.
Now, I'll bet you're wondering what the story of Star Wars 2 is. Well, let us begin. Improbity trade the Fed... This needs its own crawl text, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Let's do George Lucas proud.
Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Impervity trade, the federal strike against the mape of the Starth Empresston years. Day that owned the knot of the common run owner line peaceful Anna the Gold grow upped, and became a hero Judy warrior. But should be student of our ratio King Kano, the ratio have already promoted to be the teacher. 2 warrior were returned Juti Agos Amudala the Recce by call to reach to pull the impress at the same time. Because her life suffer the political, the Separtian, the Numiator, the threat. Napestar is in the federal parliament of congressmen, representative scheme parties person assassinate Amudala reach to pull the impress. However, be their relation to have the clash with power, to choice of right human faces is not lonely figure loudly personal destiny, still prospect, that have the whole intergalactic republic.
And there we are, that's cleared it up for you. There's probably some people out there who've seen the film in the cinema and didn't quite get the story, but now it will be clear as crystal.
It's much clearer than Star Wars Episode 2's actual storyline was, to be fair.
I hate sand. Right, special features. Digitally remastered audio and anamorphic video. Nice, I can live with that. Audioia. English 5.1, Dolby Digital and French. Okay. Brian Helgeland and Paul Bettany happened to be in the studio and we brought them in to have a chat about this film for some reason.
Paul Bettany is a special feature in his own right.
He's just in the box.
Not just an actor, but a special feature.
Deleted scenes with fit makers intros. No, fitum makers intros. It's nice of them to take the time out from making so many fitums to give us an intro. Exclusive Knight's Tale 3D screensaver. I would put a lot of money on that not being on the disc.
Yeah, from recollection, the extra features on this were pretty light.
Widescreen presentation, subtitles, English and French, commentary, filmographies, music video, and DVD-ROM includes. I'll bet it does. Oh god, there's some more flavour text. What is this? Begin your Star Wars DVD collection with Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, packed with over 6 hours of additional material. No, material, sorry. If you're running out of material, it's a perfect way to get more. Including exclusive documentaries and never-before-seen deleted scenes, this 2-disc set provides the perfect showcase for the incredible detail and breathtaking scope of George Lucas's... no, we got it. That's why the prequels aren't very good. It wasn't Lucas, yeah. It was George Luce.
Fetch me his non-Union Mexican equivalent.
So much has just been explained. First episode in the mythic Star Wars saga. Oh, absolutely perfect. And locked to region 1. I'll bet it isn't.
It brings everything that you want in a DVD package. So.
Except this film. Episode 2, Attack of the... Oh, they spelt it right on there. Oh, that's actually disappointed me slightly.
Yeah, the disc details seem to be fairly accurate, which is... Although horribly printed, it should be said.
They are always pressed from a glass master, though. That is quite impressive. It's never like a DVR or something. Yeah. They're done properly en masse. Shall we show them what the menu's like?
Yeah, we can take a look.
Unfortunately, we can't show moving footage for copyright reasons. What's the quality like, Alec?
This one is okay. It's ripped from it's a telecine. It's ripped from a cinema reel. There are several points where the audio just cuts out entirely or is replaced with static, but that means you get less of Hayden Christensen's dialogue. So really,
that's fantastic. But that's the bonus feature. They should be bloody advertising.
Contains less Hayden Christensen than we saw in the cinema.
I want that version now, if not sooner. Next up, we're going to show you a slightly different format. This is how you often get these things packaged, just in a bag with the DVD case, or DVD inlay even, folded in half, hence why you get the line up the middle.
The wonderful crease.
The wonderful crease that is your guarantee of quality.
Yeah. You know what else is your guarantee of quality? The fact that this is on a dual layer DVD.
Oh, look at that. I'll bet it really is. I like the way they put that on, as if that's like an amazing thing we should all be really impressed with. I can't get this out of the bloody bag now. Go on. Yeah, man. You know you want to. Oh, bloody hell. I don't want to damage it. I'm sure it's worth a lot of money.
It's priceless. It's literally worthless.
I cannot get this out. This is amazing. It is a fiendish... Oh, God, it's stuck to the bag. I'm just going to have to remove the disc, I think. We'll have to look at it directly. My God, what fun we have. So, this is... King Arthur is the story of Arthur... Lancelot, she was definitely...
Played by Keira Knightley.
Yep, she was my favourite character by far. And Guinevere, grown a little more stubble since I remember seeing it. The untold true story that inspired the legend. I seem to remember this film being a bit dull. That's about all I can remember, being slightly bored in the cinema. I'm thinking I could have spent £8 on something else, really. What's the description sounds about right, actually. Historians have thought for centuries that King Arthur's only a myth, blah, blah, blah. I think that's the correct text on the back.
It's basically the crux of the movie.
I'm really disappointed. This is really well put together, as opposed to the others. Then my eyes kind of wander downwards a bit. Buena Vista Pictures present a Borg Cools production, a Nick Cassavetes film, Denzel Washington in John Q. So I think I have a theory here. This film was so boring that they're giving you the credits for a much better film. So you can go and watch that instead.
Unfortunately, having watched the DVD that comes with this, I can confirm that Denzel Washington isn't in it.
Not interested now.
Yeah.
Go away, King Arthur. What is the quality like of the old... Oh, it's a really good print on this one.
This was very compressed. It was sort of like watching a 240 YouTube video on a DVD, which was an experience.
Lovely.
Yeah.
There we are. That's the sort of thing you don't get from the... That is the lack of experience.
You just don't see enough of that these days.
I remember back in the day. And now half of you are thinking it, but yes, it is entirely true. There is a ripped-off version of Ashens and the Quest for the Game Child. I shit you not. It came in one of these bags and had a disc with it, but the person wouldn't send the disc in case they got done by customs. But they did send me a nice rip of it, which I will explain in a moment. Apparently, this includes both unrated and theatrical versions, which is amazing, because there is no unrated version.
Yeah.
I think they edited their own one with extra scenes.
I hope so. Maybe they put Denzel Washington in it.
Excellent. Just replace me with him digitally, but really badly, just like a static MS Paint head floating over mine. It is the actual cover art from the proper release, except stretched and narrowed. So it looks like I've got a giant egg for a head, which is lovely.
With the PG rating cut off at the corner, which is how you know it's quality.
Yep, that's it. You know it's safe for your kids. Something we noticed earlier that we cannot quite get our heads around, on the spine, they have inexplicably put in a Warner Brothers logo or something with SHU over it. SHU. Sheffield Hallam University.
Stuart has uncles.
It's true, I do, but I don't know if they'd use that as advertising. That's really weird. Do you think it's like the person who made the copy and wants to be known for it.
I think they deserve all the credit that they can get for this high quality product that is available on both DVD and Blu-ray.
That's amazing, yes. If you buy the Blu-ray version shops, you get a DVD with it. I reckon where that's happened. The irony is, this came with neither a DVD or a Blu-ray. It came with a CD that they had horribly compressed the movie onto. And again, it's like watching, 240p YouTube from bloody 1996.
You can actually watch it in 1080p on YouTube as well, in real life.
Exactly. You can watch it for free in 1080p, or you can spend money to watch a slightly extended, albeit 240p version on a fucking CD. Thanks, lad. Well, they've put together their own artwork at the back. I particularly like how these two are shots from the film, and that is from some promo materials of me and Robert Llewellyn. Featuring Ashens' insane fictional search for a piece of electronic tat with a fabled game child, accompanied by fan favourite Chef Excellence, a human version, not the bloody puppet, and together they try to overcome the odds and all common sense to lay our hands, oh my god, they're in it as well, on the fabled game child, an old handheld video game, but a shadowy figure, aided by my irritating nemesis, wants the game for their own dastardly... I remember where that flavour text comes from now. I think it's from the Indiegogo campaign.
Yeah, that could be. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure it is.
I like the changes in tense as well. So.
That's very good of them to, put that down. What a quality production. Special features. Widescreen version enhanced for 16:9. Okay. Exclusive featurette. I don't know what, but it's exclusive. Scene selections.
My favourite extra feature.
the unknown featurette. 2 theoretical trainers. Exclusive cast and crew interviews. Commentary with the director. Selected cast biographies. Photo gallery. Most of those things were not on the original version. None of those things were on this version.
But this version was presented by Screen Australia.
Yeah, that's slightly inexplicable how Screen Australia have decided to present this film. It's really weird. They've got the title of the film right. Stuart Ashton, Warwick Davis, Robert Llewellyn. That's all correct. Not so correct. Produced by Ibarra. Original music by David Morgan. Cinematography by Soykat Turan. Film editing by Erhan Akar Jr. I don't know any of these people.
They made your movie, though.
Apparently, yes. I must have been looking the other way. My favourite is produced by Mr. Aquino. Just sounds like a character from an old Japanese game or something. And the most inexplicable of all, makeup department, Stuart Ashen and Riyadh Barmania. Me and Riyadh did not do the makeup. I cannot stress that enough. I've got the director's name right. That's something. Brilliant. I don't even know if that web address is correct. I don't think that's a valid one.
I'm guessing it doesn't have the spaces in it, even if it is.
That's extremely accurate. Languages, English 5.1 Dolby, French Dolby, no, there is no French dub of it. Subtitles, English, French, no, there were no subtitles because they cost too much to put on. Masters in high definition, not this bloody version. Oh, they've got the running times not far off. We were at 89 minutes.
It's colour, which is good.
Yeah, that's nice, yes. 185:1, anamorphic widescreen, nope. It was 235:1. And it's also restricted, apparently under 17s required. No, it's PG. You got that there, lads. That's very good of you.
Digital sound, though.
Yes, it did have digital sound because we encoded it digitally. My God, it's nice to feel wanted. Do you want to see what the menu screen's like?
Let's take a look.
Well, it's nice to feel wanted, even if it is only by inexplicable Chinese pirates. Wow. Well, you know you've made it when people want to rip your stuff off, and yet they've ripped mine off anyway. Right. Die Another Day. Everybody's favourite Bond film, except people who have watched it. What was your favourite bit? Mine was the invisible car that made me puke blood.
I quite like the end credits.
They were good.
Yeah.
That actually, yeah. Thematically, that's what worked most for me.
Yeah, it felt the most like a Bond movie at that point.
It also meant we could leave. So, this apparently stars James Bond, Jinx, Miranda Frost, Zhao, and Gustav Graves.
James Bond playing Pierce Brosnan in this movie.
Yes.
He has an inexplicably shiny head.
He does, doesn't he? Was the makeup person on the day off or something?
Just like a blue tint there.
What worries me most is he seems to be some sort of conjoined twin with Halle Berry.
Is Miranda Frost melting his head with her mind?
I think so. Like. I think she thought she was Emma Frost and is trying to use her psychic powers. That's what it's all about. I like just reading this across. Bond, Jinx, Frost, Zhao Graves.
See the movie.
It's a movie. You won't like it. It's this one. Nothing particularly of interest on the spine there. On the back, we've got some dodgy photoshopping orbs of old Zhao with his diamonds in his face, because it was that kind of film. So, here's the synopsis for people who haven't seen Die Another Day. Based upon, this is of course the latest in the James Bond series. Following The World Is Not Enough, this is Brosnan's fourth time as Bond, with James Bond 21 in the Broccoli series expected to be his last. Premise. Not much is known about the premise yet. Which is weird, because we've got the disc. Except that it revolves around a North Korean leader, Uni, who uses an experimental facial mutation device that allows him to take on new appearances, turning into Stevens. Shit, I'd see that. This machine can turn you into anyone you like as long as they're called Stephen. Oh, God.
My name's Bond. Stephen Bond.
Stephen Bond. God almighty. So you could, like, turn into Stephen Merchant, but not Ricky Gervais. Yeah, so turning into Stephen. Presumably Stevens is one of the actors. He's got
You'd hope.
Oh, my God. Turning into Stevens. What a great name for a coming-of-age drama. Until it goes wrong. Leaving his face looking like an Ian.
He's turned into Steph.
Oh, God. Until it goes wrong, leaving his face half mutilated. That doesn't even happen in the film.
They've written a better movie.
Genuinely.
This blurb sounds ridiculous, but it's a genuine
James
improvement
Bond
on Die Another Day.
and the Infinite Stevens. Oh, my God. Also, the opening, in which James Bond is an escaping prisoner of war set in Hawaii, involves surfing and water skiing. Madonna plays a fencing instructor. Madsen and Berry play US secret agents. Oh, my giddy aunt. That does sound so much better than the actual film.
It's a genuine improvement.
What was the quality of the actual disc like?
Well, they spelled the name of the film right, which helps.
That's good. That's a good start.
Die Another Day.
Oh, Die Another Day! What? Is that a threat for a Welsh father? What was the actual quality of the print like?
Oh my God! It's
that good.
It's only half of the screen is featured in the right-hand side, so the credits simply say "Other Day" when the film comes up, which is quite nice. It's actually, I think it's.
Did they film the screen but only film half of it?
Yeah, it's the right-hand side of the screen. So sometimes you get Pierce Brosnan's shoulder. It's really it's clearly been ripped from a VCD, and the film stops halfway through, and then you have to select the second half of the film in the menu,
which is where it would be on the second disc. How have they only managed to show you half of a video CD?
It makes it better. I will say that.
You can imagine your own left half with like Sean Connery in it.
Roger Moore's come back. It's great.
I must say, however, the quality of the disc is astonishing. It even says "Die Another Day" printed on it, like. And it's like a proper press disc, and it's got proper print in it and everything. But yeah, not sounding good. What's the menu? Does the menu work?
The menu does work. It's a thing of terrible beauty.
But it does lead you into half a film, quite literally.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Right, I need to go and sit down for a bit. I'm going to phone everybody I know called Stephen and ask if they're secretly a North Korean man masquerading.
Do you want to be in a James Bond movie?
You just got to be called Stephen. That's all you need.